And yeah, they talk about, falling through the cracks in the system. I'm like, they're not cracks, they're bloody Grand Canyons, but, it'll keep. But yeah, no, he's doing all right. The rest of the family's doing all right. We just sort of.
I'm amazed you can even actually interview me.
Hmm.
That's what I'm amazed about. The fact that I actually want to see.
Oh,
See,
mate,
I
let's
was
go.
in the interview, so
Oh, but
I'm quite happy.
Oh.
I love it. I love it. I love the whole thing. And you've, like, the way I've seen you over the past few months, man, you've just shined. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be here.
Oh, you as well, mate. You as well. No, it's really cool meeting the lot of you. Honestly, it's one of those things where obviously I'm coming from the Southern independence perspective. I've had my nose against this grindstone for coming up 10 years now. And honestly, the amount of people that have come out of the woodwork in the last year, 2 years, has been absolutely phenomenal. I've spoken with a few of the old guard and everything else. We've had chats about things, and it's, where were all these people 10 years ago? If we had all these people together 10 years ago, none of this rubbish would have happened. But thank God they're all here now, because we bloody well need them.
But they're all here now. This is the new guy. And I think Gabrielle said, like, she dropped it in my chat. She just said, we are the new guard.
Oh, absolutely.
We are.
Yeah.
Obviously we are, because we can't rely on these people anymore. All they do is argue, and they don't get anything done.
And this is one of the things that I saw during all the protests. And don't get me wrong, the protests were great. They were needed. They got people out of the woodwork. It got people involved. But one of the things you got every single time is, guys, we all know what the issues are. What are we going to do about it? Oh, I don't know. And I'm just, it's like, how many organizations have formed and not one of them has a game plan outside of government bad?
Their idea is just to complain about somebody who's got a plan.
Yeah. And this is where I'm liking what you guys, I've seen you guys doing, is like, you're actually being proactive.
I'm very cool. And I know it's very cool. My cousin, by the way.
We may be different coloured skin, but we're definitely related for our bloodline. So,
yeah.
Where did Jeff
I'll
go?
let her lead. She's my leader. So,
oh my gosh! Don't say that. Then I really get shocked.
Come on.
No pressure.
You're the one in charge. You know that. But without you, none of this would have ever happened. So let's roll.
The thing about me, Solomon, and he's actually not telling the entire truth. So, how the actual convoy started, I was sitting in my room because I helped Brett Power. I don't know if you've seen that, but I was the one who helped him coordinate the New Plymouth move, the serving of papers to Andrew Little, and it got through, right? So I was sitting there doing that work, and then because I believe in God, I said, okay, Lord, if you want me to jump in and do this whole convoy thing, because we're watching it from all around the world, but there was no confirmation of us having to move on it, so I prayed. And the next minute, his sister messaged me. And his sister said, would you be able to help with the convoy in New Zealand? And I kid you not, that is how it all started. And I don't claim ownership at all, creatorship, because I'm not the creator.
Yeah.
That's what I hate hearing. I created this, blah, blah, blah. Actually, the people own it. Yeah. And that's what I would say about the original Convoy 2022. It belonged to the people. Because at the end of the day, all we did was this, and typing. And whatever we had to do, it was the people that came in, rallied together, got the food support going. We're on the bridges, overhangs, on the side of the roads, You can't stand there and claim something that you did not do. Like, that's it. That's all I got to say. So,
awesome.
Whatever.
It's good. And you've got a good perspective on it. It's one of those things where it's like, it's okay to be a core cog in the machine that makes it happen. But if you don't have everything else engaged, it doesn't work. So, no, you've got a healthy perspective on it, and I like that, and I respect that. So that's good. So yeah, I suppose what I'm kind of wanting from this conversation is a bit of, obviously, well, like I said, I run Sim. Now, Sim is not affiliated or aligned with any political movement, group, anything else. However, the way I see my role in Sim and with the South Island Independence Movement is one of a custodial role, whereas it's kind of like yourself. It's not my organization, and now I run and manage it, but it's the people of the South, it's the people of the nation, it's everybody that's sick and tired of everything that governments have been doing for decades, and it's everybody sick of it and looking for a practical solution for it, and real answers to real problems, and asking real questions and stuff like that. And I view myself as having a custodial role, whereas as soon as the people get together and figure out what they're doing, and they can actually elect someone from the people to represent the people, then my job's done, and I'll retire. And this is one of the reasons why I've maintained a position of not aligning with any particular group, because I don't know if any particular group represents the whole South Island. And seeing as I've got the page that is there to represent the South Island, I can't put my rubber stamp on any particular group or organisation. However, I want to hear from every organisation. I want to have a conversation with every organisation to kind of get each group's perspective on what they're wanting to do. And then I want to take all that information and I want to present it to the Southern people and go, look, this is what these guys are doing. I'm not saying I support them. I'm not saying I endorse them. But this is the information they've given me. You do with that information as you will. So just getting that out of the way, that's kind of my perspective on it. And on that note, we all saw what happened with the last convoy, the last protest and all that. I'm really interested to see from everything that you guys have learned from that and the process, because that's a hell of a learning experience. That's a hell of a learning curve, what you guys went through. Want to kind of get a perspective on what's the plan this time around? What have you learned from last time that you want to incorporate into this round, and kind of where do you guys want to go with this?
Okay, so there are two brands in this convoy, and one is North Mix South, which is associated with the international convoy, which is Canada and the USA. I think they're going to do a protest or anything like that. It's not a protest for us. But then we also have, because we're also managers of the same brand as well, we also have the Revolution Convoy, which is, when I thought of it, it was like the wheels are going round and round. I didn't actually think about it like we're actually in a revolution. I was literally the wheels going round and round. I thought it was catchy and it was a catchphrase.
That's good.
It was good. Because it's a revolution, because the wheels go round and round and the trucks go round and round and the cars go round and round. And that was the way I looked at it. Any person can estimate that they can actually go out there and they can see all the signs, all the banners were from the exact same people that are joining with us today. Anybody can testify who built the first convoy. It's when they got to the parliament, that's when it all just kind of was different. And when at this point, it's their gig. It's their gig. But we're supporting the ride down. This is from the North Meet South Convoy. The other convoy that Sister is dealing with is a little bit different, and she may have her own reasons and all that, but we're partners and we're cousins and we're friends and we're family and we're doing it. But we are doing it. I don't want anyone to be upset or anything about that. We're just supporting the country. We're straight up near an election, and we just want to make a big noise. There might be some political antics going on here and there. There might be, but not for us. Anyway, not for us. The convoy's never been about politics. The convoy's always been about people. People expressing themselves. I'm just going to hand it over to you. If there's anything more you want to add to it, because I can't add to it. Because there's nothing more to add.
Yeah, no, I like that.
We just want to roll.
For me, I don't have any political standing. I'm not running for candidacy in any area. I've never really believed in politics. I do want to say though, I did vote in 2017, I think, when Doon got in. So I did actually watch some of her videos, her pre-election videos, and in those videos she said, I want to stop sort of child poverty and all of this, and I got dragged into it. I got dragged into what she was saying to the public. Yeah, so since then, I've come to the realization that our government is not actually for us. And I've been sort of in this fight since 2011 in activism sort of thing. So since 2011, reading Agenda 21, it sort of woke me up to what was really going on. I mean, the words that they use in that document might look pretty, but I sort of knew what the underlying meanings were of it. And so since then, I've sort of seen it play out. And we did a lot of pushback right back when Key was in power. That was with the TPPA going against that. We knew that the foreign, that was selling New Zealand off to foreign interests outright, but a lot of people couldn't see it for what it was because of the words that they use, so eloquent to the public that the public just believe it. So that's what I've been trying to be involved in, organising protests and stuff in our city, lobbying, and also been involved with nationwide protests, including anti-1080 moves. Well, that was only part-time. Yeah, that was only part-time mahi for me.
It's still amazing. It's never been done before. With the 1080 thing and all that stuff.
I'm only
everything was kind of new.
Yeah, I'm only a Māori girl from the coast, but
yeah,
but I am a bit of a troublemaker when it comes to justice and accountability. But also back in our hometown, like we've been involved in advocacy, especially with our whānau who were going suicide, mental health issues. So I was involved with that for 3 years straight, and that mahi was heavy. But it taught me how to have empathy and compassion for others that were suffering. And it also showed me what was happening in our mental health system. Our people weren't getting healed. They were being suppressed and oppressed with medical drugs. So everything that I've been through, a learning curve, everything. And it showed me the reality of life. And you can't buy this. You can't study this at university. So coming into the end of 2021, I realised that our government was totally corrupt. There was no going back. There was no cure.
Yeah.
And that was it. So November 2021, I was studying, trying to get back into business. My partner had a full-time job, bricklaying. So, we dropped everything. Just went into this full-time, didn't know what I was doing, but I just came in full-time and just started doing whatever I could in the movement. What can I do? How can I help? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I got to meet a lot of awesome people right at the start. One of those people were Linda Wharton, and I saw all the amazing mahi she was doing for everybody else, and it just got me intrigued that these people could give their time for free on a full-time basis.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff I grew up around. My family, they were givers. That's how I was taught. Doing stuff from your heart is everything. And we do not need payment because we believe in God. We know that once we leave this earth, that's payment enough for where we're going. So if people don't believe in God, all good. But that's my upbringing. But yeah, coming into this, bro, and being a part of this now, sorry, I've been on a little bit of a rant, but
you're good.
Being a part of the original convoy and everything that's happened has happened. Coming into this one, the Revolution Convoy, it's just the same as anything else for me. This is just a job. This is what we do for mahi.
Yeah.
We don't expect payment. But the thing for me about all of this is proper unity. When I sat down with Brian and Hannah, I did sit down and we had a meeting with them.
Yeah.
And I told them my intentions was to hopefully gather all of our people, the broader freedom movement, and all of us stand as one at Parliament. And I'll say that out loud. I don't want to hide anything from anyone, and I want to be transparent. So although I'm not voting this year, and I can say that without a doubt, I'm not voting. I told myself, unless all of our minor parties come together and unite, I won't vote, but I will support them. So that's what I'm doing with the Revolution Convoy, is just hopefully we'll have us all down in Wellington on the 28th standing united. And
awesome.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't realise that, like Village Cake, Brian actually, it's kind of a weird concept because Village Cake already tried it, and then Brian tried it, and Brian kind of got the same reaction that Village Cake got.
Yeah.
Right, but they already tried it. They tried to get everyone together and all that.
Yeah.
So they already tried it, and they had a big meeting and all that, and there were many people who just didn't want to unite.
Yeah.
And the thing is for us, I mean, why not unite? I mean, we put in all this effort.
Yeah.
We're on government watch list.
Yeah.
Why not unite?
Yeah.
It's the one shot that you got.
Yeah.
Why not do it?
Yeah,
You know?
and again, I think this is something that I've seen a lot, and over the years, like I said, I've been doing this nearly 10 years, and the amount of groups I've seen come and go, and groups, rise and fall is phenomenal, and the amount of, and I actually hate using the word, because I actually hate the word, but I think it's well overused and it doesn't have the right connotations to it, but the amount of ego that I've seen in all the various groups and everything else. And I was like, look, guys, we've got, like you said, Mark, we've got this one opportunity. The government's not going to do anything for us. They're not going to fix the problems. They're never going to. Arguably, they've never intended to. And if we want to fix this country, then it's us, the people, that have to do it. And like you said, the only way we're going to do that is if everybody actually comes together, puts their big boy and big girl pants on, and actually work together and actually figure this out and leave the egos at the door. But as you guys are probably well experienced with, that's a lot easier said than done.
Wow. It's a lot easier said than done because people are egotistical and
Oh, of course.
they like one.
So,
But with the convoy, we're not political.
no, I like that.
Political, right from the very beginning, we've just all about doing mahi.
Yeah.
And just representing the people. We've never been political.
Yeah. No.
Have we ever been political?
Never will be. Never will be.
I like that. I like that.
I know that if I did get in there, they'll probably boot me out the same day. So I won't even try.
I'm right there with you. Right there with you.
We just want to roll. That's all we want. We just want to roll.
Yeah. No, I like that. So, yeah. So, give me a bit of detail on like what's coming up. You want to stand in Wellington? What was it on the 20?
The 28th. Yeah.
So give us a bit of detail on that.
Yeah, the Freedom and Rights Coalition obviously have put a poster out.
Yeah.
So it is, like Jason said, up to everybody what they want to do, but I'm going to stand for my own reasons, for my children and my family.
For sure.
So I'll be there representing the convoy itself. And also they're going to be having something at Parliament. So we're not just going down there for no reason at all. It's got everything to do with Agenda 2030 that's coming. So because of the pushback from everybody in our nation against Agenda 21, it has now switched to Agenda 2030, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's what we're up against as a nation, and this is what people need to seriously be looking at. It's not a joke, and it's coming for us. It's coming for our children. Once we leave this earth, where are our children going to be? That's what we've got to seriously keep in mind. Asking ourselves.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So leading up.
We did this with two brands. We've got Revolution Convoy, which is closely aligned to the Freedom Rights Coalition Party, and we've also got North Meets South, which is closely aligned to actually the Canadian convoy.
Nice.
Because it's international. Because some people just don't want to be aligned with a political. They just want to get out there and fuck it up.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
They just want to get out there and just do it.
For sure.
You know? So we actually allocated that. We allocated that. But at the end of the day, we have to stand. We push us all the way through with the original convoy, and people stayed. And although this time we're not asking people to stay, we have allocation for different things that they can do, but we're not actually asking people to stay this time because I think it would be a bit dangerous for them to stay on. But support the country. It doesn't matter what you think. Who is right? Who is wrong? You're a country person. So it's a country. So whether you want to stay on or not stay on, there's one or two options.
Yeah, nice. No, cool.
One or two options for you. But at least if you're going to be a supporter, support the brand that actually wants New Zealand to be a bit smarter, at least.
If you want to run me through some practicals, like what's the lead up to this? where can people go? How can people support? If people want to get involved and, take an organizational role, where can people go?
I just was on a phone call today, actually, from a woman in Christchurch. So she has offered accommodation for up to 200 people. She said they will also get a meal. So they're rallying groups in the Christchurch area. I forgot what the other place was called, sorry. But
That's all right.
there are people reaching out and saying, what do you need? And I'm saying, okay, so we're not taking money, but if you can help with accommodation or food, obviously, or can just stand on the side of the road and hold a sign while we're coming through. I mean, every bit counts for us to be united, sort of thing. Up the north here, up at the Cape,
Yep.
we do have a convoy leader that is going to be taking the convoy, so very excited for that. And he is an experienced convoy leader, so he knows what he's doing.
Nice.
So up at the Cape, up at the Cape, we'll be leaving on the 26th at 6:30 in the morning. Hopefully we can get Papahone to come up and do a karakia for us. I'm not too sure if he can make it.
Papahone, very important, very important.
Yeah,
Yep.
but hopefully we can get him up there to do a karakia before we leave.
He will. He will.
Awesome.
And the Papahone, we already took him today. He's already into it. He's already keen as. Step by step, folks. Step by step. We're happy family. Happy family. heading down the line.
Awesome. No, that's cool. If you guys are up to doing this again, I'd love to do like another interview with you guys and just keep touching base, following you through this as we get closer to the date. More details would be amazing. And anybody who's coming through the Timaru area, I won't be able to join the convoy anywhere. However, for anybody going through the Timaru area, I would love to do little video interviews with anybody coming through Timaru on the way up from the deep south up to Picton. So I definitely want to offer that going forward. And I'd love to keep chatting with you guys as this progresses. But any final words for us today, Gabrielle?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has offered assistance. We do have one lady that's offered admin, but I haven't been able to catch up with her because we've got so many pages. There's Telegram, our TikTok's going off, and I have no idea how to use it, but we're doing great.
Awesome.
Instagram, we've got Telegram. I just wanted to also say thank you to the 3 people who have opened up their land spaces near Wellington. So
awesome.
Overnight we'll be sleeping in Hamilton. We have rung up a camp that has said if we book in 80 plus people, we can have the whole park. So
nice.
Once we get numbers on board, we can just literally book out a whole holiday camp. But in Wellington, when we leave Hamilton to go to Levin, Peka Peka or Otaki, 3 beautiful owners of land have opened up their space for us. Just want to put a big shout out there to you,
awesome.
Whānau. I don't want to say people's names over the Facebook because of what's going on, but if anyone does need accommodation in Christchurch or near Wellington before the 28th, please get in contact with us. If you can help with the kai for when the convoy rolls through, or resources, etc., please reach out to us. If you can come as self-sufficient as you can, please do. I'm just grateful that our camp here, Camp Revival up north, they're doing all of that. So my partner and all of our camp members and our convoy leader, they'll have our trailer packed ready to roll. So
awesome.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Now looking forward to it. Right, we'll definitely catch up again soon, but thank you so much for having this chat with me, and I'm very much looking forward to keeping pace with how we go from here. And well done. So the country needs us, so you guys are you're doing us good. Awesome.
Love your work, bro.
All right. Cheers, guys.